Hello there.
I've
had my own cup of tea. See, this is my own cup of tea. Wait, right beside me. Right. Good afternoon to you. Good morning to you. Good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live.
Glory Facebook, glory YouTube. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun Diary, Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Thank you very much for joining me. Share this broadcast, okay? Invite your friends and invite your not so friendly friends, right? Tell them that Mayegun today. Meanwhile, the program tonight is going to be in two phases, okay? So the first part is going to be what is happening in the political arena in Nigeria. What happened today? Which of them, of those, circus show are we featuring tonight? So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be featuring Kolu in Enugu, where Alhaji Pastor Oluwo Kolu was in Enugu, and he was telling them about his own program as usual. So we are going to pick from what he had to say, as usual. The particular one that seems to be trending right now is the fact that Kolu, while addressing the people of Enugu State, he told them that they needed to work hard. They must work hard to make him the president. Because if they don't, well, what they are going to get is likely going to be a baked sliced bread. No, soaked sliced bread. Soaked sliced bread. Listen, we'll share all that tonight, okay? The second part of tonight is to continue our contribution back to school project on Mayegun's Diary Political, sponsored by the Yoruba Union. Yes, Igbimoma Jekobajele Yoruba. So the first part will take us maybe up to an hour. So if you're all for it, share this broadcast. Invite everyone that needs to be here. I'll try my best to make it as interesting as it should be. But listen, you just need to see how degenerated Nigeria has become. When you look at some of these characters, and they are those that are promising hope to the impoverished, bro-beaten, abused 200 million Nigerians. So when you look at that and you look at those sharing them up, you can but only just shake your head. And that's why we're going to go to Enugu today. You know the whole story, right? Share the broadcasts.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Ayé ẹ̀sùn láti. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Ayé ẹ̀sùn láti. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn láti. Ayé ẹ̀sùn láti. Mayegun ti dé.
Thank you very much for joining me tonight. So let's get started. Today happened to be the turn of the people of Enugu, where Thiefnubu was to hold this campaign. Well, he actually held the campaign. But apart from other paparazzi, other this or that, I'm more interested in what he said when he was there. And I think some of you will probably not be interested, but you should. You should. They hold no water. There are some other things that you should observe too on this platform. We keep that as a record. So I am going to take you to Enugu, where the people of Enugu played host to Kolu. But just before we delve into that, a quick one. Call it an update, okay? 3 days ago, we broke the news of the train passengers that were kidnapped by Fulani terrorists in Edo. It didn't gain much traction. It's still not gaining any. Surprisingly, shockingly, that the initial report said 32 people were kidnapped. But 4 or 5 days after that, the government of Edo State just came out and they said, well, it is true that some Fulani terrorists, they kidnap people, but they are not 32 people. They are just 20. Meanwhile, when we were speaking or talking about it the last time, I said there will be no effort of anything like rescuing them or getting the terrorists arrested and prosecuted for this crime. Rather, the families of those who have been kidnapped would have to wait for the phone calls from the terrorists, probably demanding for, or obviously demanding for ransom. So, few days ago, about 2 days ago, there was this media story that the terrorists are demanding for 640 million naira to release all of the passengers they kidnapped from that Tommy Kimi's train station in Igwebe, in Edo. I just thought you should know. Another thing that I think you should know, that when you look at Kolu and APC, Egbekegbe, when they are like living in their own world and make it seem like they are actually not those responsible for what is going on in Nigeria today, like they are not in charge. That's exactly how they are talking. You might not have been paying attention, but that's the way I see it. The insecurity has become something that they have told you or probably taught you how to get used to them. 32 people initially, but they said there are 20. 20 people in Edo State are currently in the hands of the terrorists, and the terrorists are demanding for ransom or else they will kill all of them. Edo State is not Zamfara, remember that. And just in 2022 alone. That's why the last time when I did the program and I said congratulations to those who made it into 2023. Of course, you say it's grace of God. Some of you will be like, different. You give your reasons for at least being alive. Because if they ask you, as somebody living in Nigeria, you have a lot to say. What you actually passed through. Some of them that could have taken your life in 2022. Of course. Personally, you can share some, right? So then you give the glory to God. Which is great. Which is a great and beautiful. However, on record, as much as the terrorist activities are being reported in Nigeria, and some of you read them as just normal news. 25 people killed. 14 people killed. Oh, it's very sad. These are actually real human beings. Human beings like yourself. They had dreams like yourself. They had hope, aspiration. They were more or less like you. But unfortunately, the numbers of these victims who died in the hand of terrorists in just 2022. Sorry, that my battery is acting up again. I'm going to fix it before I get fully into it, okay? Just give me a sec. So, I think I should get you a little bit occupied, you know what I mean? While I fix that. Just a moment.
Wait for 60 years. They chop for your money, abuse themselves. You know who I'm talking about? OPJ and Atiku. When the chop are finished, they started abusing one another. Now you think much? na me take much. They fight naked in Wuse Market in Abuja.
Kolu. We are still coming to you, don't worry. We're just taking it step by step before we get to that. Just give me a sec. Right. So, to those who make it all through to 2023, I was congratulating you the other day, but guess what? For those who didn't, would you like to know their numbers? Yeah, and from where to where? Well, thousands didn't make it, and they were killed by different terrorist groups across Nigeria. Look at that Anambra, 201 killed by Fulani terrorists. Yeah? Now, this is the spread. And it is called reported. Remember, reported means the ones they have, information they have, or got reported to them. The information or things, the incident that were reported to them. It is growing. Northern Nigeria, under the APC, in 2022 alone, those who probably should still be alive were slaughtered by the terrorists that are still doing exactly the same thing. And these rogues, these irresponsible rogues, they have no reason to take responsibility. Now they have turned to prayer warriors and all of that, which is so ridiculous, by the way, to see. So that's why we are going to go to Enugu. And let's go and listen to somebody. I'm sorry if it is going to be boring, but I would rather just sit down there and just laugh. Like when you have a great grandpa that is trying to tell you a story, but his memory continues to fail him, but he's struggling anyway, and he's funny at the same time. You will only be so foolish to believe anything that comes out of his mouth. The ability to process and believe or not believe what comes out of his mouth, that will be decided by the state of your mental capacity. But boring? I don't think so. Annoying? Maybe. But boring? No. You either be laughing or not. So let's go to Enugu, where Kolu was their guest today. The journey started from the airport, by the way. Something like this.
Look, continue this way. Make way, please. Make way. Let's go. Out.
Yeah, it was very busy. Then when they managed to make it outside, so outside their airport, this happened.
No. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Then after that, you remember the G5. One of the members of the G5 is the governor of Enugu. That is Ogwai. Now, these are the Werewike's squad. that have met with Kolu 3 times already. Okay? And he has agreed to their deals. But for some reason, they are still delaying in announcing their, you know what I mean, as they promised. But it won't make much sense if Kolu is in town and won't visit Ogwai. So he did visit Ogwai. Agbo, welcome. Oh, I think so. Anyway. And after that, I mean, there's no time to waste time. Let's go and give them the show of today. I mean, if I see, that's where I saw it. I mean, that's where I saw it, and that's where I still see it, okay? It's a circus show. If you take any word that comes out of any of them's mouth, serious or to arts, Baba, I'm not trying to say you are dull, sure you get, okay? I'm just saying that, well, you may not be as intelligent as you think you are, okay? Because these guys, this is their job. And it is a show, a circus show. And that's exactly what I believe that Kolu was ready to go and give. Just like a superstar, mega star coming to perform to your own, for your own entertainment only. Oh yeah, clear road. Did you get that? Oh, hang on. I'm actually wearing the same cloth as my screen theme. I never actually noticed that, by the way. That would look somehow like, Anyway. If he was a younger person, it would probably be, as they have made a pathway for him and his squad, holding a towel, right? And then it would just be going like, hey, to his fans. He would just be shaking his fans like that. Hey, all my fans, hey. And everybody will be like, oh yeah, call Lugu and perform for us. I'm talking about me, okay? I'm sorry if this is something more serious said to you. You actually taking this one serious? Come on. You can't be that slow, Okay, let's go see some part of the performance that Kolu gave in Enugu today. The first part is this one. Sit back, relax, okay? Come on and listen.
A man is a governor. He wants more governors from the east. Now you printed a program of events like this. His photograph, his name, his role, his contribution was not recognized. Let us all together say we are sorry.
We are sorry.
We are sorry.
We are sorry.
Today, thank you for respecting us and addressing us and renewing our hope.
Correct. And it is with hope.
Now, around the corner here, a man with a Midas touch, a man who is not selfish,
Hello.
a man who didn't depend on anybody or termite and cockroaches to live a good life. I want to say thank you to him that renewed our hope.
The hope of the Southeast.
The hope of Africa. When there's a hope in Nigeria, then we are the raw success of Africa. No country like Nigeria and the rest of Africa. I want to say thank you. Hope Unzodima.
Thank you.
Now, let me give something from Yoruba land. They say whether you like it, you can burn your finger. Whether you like it, you can turn your ear, but you cannot block the way of success. It is only ignorant that we stand on the way of a moving train.
Correct.
Here is hope. As they try to vandalize, demolish, despair, and disparage his name, he continued to work tirelessly for the people, not seeing himself as this man, I say, my friend, love it or hate it, he's a seasoned politician. We started together. My first year of the Senate, he was the chairman of Enugu, Eastern Zone. We were in the same SDP together. But we worked hard. We won the election. Not just looking for 25%. We were looking for victory and winning. Thank you for being here today. G and G, Basuragu, Basuragu. My dear friend, Barrister Emmanuel Eleku, the Deputy National Chairman for the South. Well, you have represented well the chairman of our party, national chairman. But nobody will give all of you any credit You are working hard, you are sweating now. We want you to sweat well for this party until you deliver victory. Until Bola Thiefnubu became the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
We will not give you but a slight clap or a soaked slice of bread.
That will be for them, toiling and working to make Bola Thiefnubu your president. I mean, that was for his own, his own group. But let's go to where he started this Bala Bulu Bala, including Obasanjo's PDP and the rest of them stray bullets. You probably would be interested in this. Listen.
Oh, we can turn our coal to industry.
Yes, we can.
To a killer.
Yes.
I talk about climate change. Before then, we will not die before climate changes. We will live and survive the climate itself. That's it. Our industry will be as in industry. As long as Germany, Britain, and America, in Pennsylvania, they are still using their coal to fire turbines and generate electricity for their industry. We have the right to do so. Be bold, Nigeria. Wake up, Africa. Let's use what we are.
Wake up, Africa.
Let's turn our charcoal to money. Let's turn our gas to money.
Yes, we can.
Now they say crude oil. The price is falling. Yes, whatever it takes. If you know the statistics of the world, and you think you need over 200 million thereabout of electric vehicles, I don't know if you can get 3 or 4 electric vehicles in Nigeria. Where are you going to get it from? Is it a country that has no lithium? A country that is no gas? A country cannot charge telephone, not to talk of charge a vehicle? Don't deceive yourself. I'm a realistic man. Pragmatic. Authentic. A thinker. A doer. A blessed man. A brilliant man. The hope is here. The success is here. We are going to use what we have. We better tell each other the whole line. and struggling across the country to build our deep sea ports, to build rail line from Sungeru to Lagos, to Calabar, to Enugu, rail to evacuate those coal and fire our furnaces to produce electricity. Don't give me that nonsense of estimated billing and that you are not ready. No, we can do it ourselves. Not just export of yam and cassava only. We can be agro-processing center. We have only over 200 million people to feed. We are not going to starve to death. You had us back till this time. You want us not to use coal? Give our money to fire our gases and come across and buy it in Europe. The only one cowardly man say yes sir, yes sir. I've been there. I live there. Over 17 or so years. I'm still a black man. I'm still an African. I've managed their businesses. Yes. But there's no way I can apply to be president of America except in Nigeria. There's no way I can aspire to be Prime Minister of England except in Nigeria. Let us take care of our home. People running away.
I'm sorry, right? I didn't even know that was about finishing. A lot of you, some people are saying boring. Okay, wait. I will lighten your mood now by breaking it down. When you speak, somebody said, "What is he saying for goodness sake?" You remember he started from generating electricity from coal because Enugu has a very huge deposit of coal in Nigeria. Okay, untapped. Most of them are being stolen, you know, just like some places, you have these people who are like stealing your gold and doing all of that. So some are doing them in Enugu as well. But anyway, it started from using coal to generate electricity. So that in Nigeria, then he moved. When he was talking about how to take coal to electricity, that they will build plants, they will build industries. So climate change, nobody should come and complain about climate change, right? Then he switched straight to Nigeria have no electric cars. That maybe there is no up to 3 electric cars in Nigeria. That is wrong, which means Nigeria is not generating enough electricity. Especially if they have tapped into coal, they probably would have generated more. Abi? Sorry. He speaks in the language of the gods. So I'm just trying to explain to some of you who said it is boring. Oh, it's boring. What is he talking about? I'll help you. Then I'll take it on. Then he switched again to remembering that he once lived in abroad. He says 17 years of his life. That there is nothing there. That we should take care of our home. You heard that, Abi? That he can't be the president of America, or he can only be president of Nigeria. But here is something I pick out of all of that, okay? No electricity. Then he also said that, especially the Enugu people, it won't just be about exporting yam, okay? You know, they have abundance of yam farms in that a part of eastern Nigeria as well, right? It was referring to that they will begin to export coal. That if any Oyibo comes with all their climate change, this or that, they would need to give us money if they don't want Enugu to use their coal. I'm sorry. That's what he was saying, Abi. But ladies and gentlemen, that man that is talking that you listened to just now, that is the candidate, okay, of the ruling party in Nigeria right now. The party that has been ruling Nigeria for the past 7 years, okay? That is their candidate, which means it's been part of the whole thing all along, Abi. Ask, how many megawatt of electricity has APC, Egbekegbe, generated from coal right now? 0. How many megawatt of electricity has APC, Egbekegbe, added to Nigeria national grid since 2015 to now? 0. Can you believe that? Yes, you heard me right. 0. When APC, Egbekegbe, when they came in 2015, Nigeria, according to them, was generating 7,000 megawatt of electricity, but was distributing 4,300 megawatt of electricity. Then APC, Egbekegbe came. Somehow, everything dwindled. And for the first time in 30 years, Nigeria national grid, the electricity in the whole of Nigeria, okay, as little. It first dropped from 4,000 to 3,000, from 3,000 to 2,005, from 2,005 to 1,000. There was a time that the entire generated and distributed electricity in Nigeria was about 1,800 megawatts. You won't believe that, Abi? But for the first time in 30 years under these criminals, guess what? Nigeria national grid collapsed. So far, so good. In 2022 alone, Nigeria national grid collapsed 6 times. Since they came in, Nigeria national grid, the entire electricity in Nigeria, has collapsed 14 times. 14. Yes, you heard me right. 14. If you ask them today, how much is the total megawatts generated by Nigeria today? Go and check. They will tell you, 6,000, between 6,800 and 8,000 megawatts. Ask them how much of those are being distributed. Then they will tell you it is still under 3,000, between 3,000 and 4,000, under 4,000. So if they now say how much megawatt have they added in 7.5 years, when you check the whole number, you realize how much fraudulent these guys have been, and they have no shame about it at all. You did hear him talking about how to do this or that, like they don't have the opportunity right now. But that is APC, Egbekegbe for you. Wait for it, oh. It's not boring, no. No, it's not boring. It's funny, and at the same time, it is heartbreaking. Listen to this one.
Let us take care of our home. People running away to Canada, to Britain.
That is where the Were is about to send your own stray bullet. All of you, where the japa. They are not responsible for it. They just said, it's not. That's why I said, don't take any word they said. Don't take any of their words serious. Are you with me? Nigeria is just like a graveyard for these criminals. And they are the vultures. So whenever you see vultures visiting graveyard, they are waiting, or they are visiting war zone where they know that people will die so that they can feed on their carcass. That's who they are. Their health care is provided for them from abroad. Their children, their education, their health care, all abroad. Are you with me? Their family members, abroad. But guess what? He has a message for you. The patriotic Nigerians abroad.
Let us take care of our home. People running away to Canada, to Britain. Suffer. We've been there. We've seen them all. God bless Nigeria.
Amen.
As you pray, be ready to sacrifice yourself for Nigeria. Anybody who tell you you cannot do something, tell them with strong determination, focus, brain, you can do it. Go and look at Lagos. It's a state. It's better than some countries. And if we are free, you'll be surprised. Look at your brothers are living well there. No Igbo man. Well, they bring money for me in Lagos. Abi? Yes. I don't blame them. You want my land, you got to pay. Here you are. If the federal government collaborate with you, if you elect me as the president, hub for Enugu, industrial hub for Igbo, for Ebonyi, Anambra, Abia, deep sea port. In Port Harcourt, fabricating engines, making all the things necessary, not just cutlass and back breakers. Enugu will become an industrial hub, greater than before. There will be job for all of you. You have incredible mineral resources to propel economic recovery. You are all equally an agricultural powerhouse that can produce many cash crops. Even before now, you are producing flowers like roses and others and exporting them. You can resist. All you need to do is power partner with the federal government. No be circuit breaker. Let's work in the same party together. Vote.
Vote on your mandate, we shall stand. On your mandate, holla on your mandate. On your mandate, we shall stand.
Today, I don't want to abuse them. But I can refer to something. Abi, their president, in 2001 so, he did foundation and turning of sword of Second Niger Bridge. Abi, he no do anything. When he was looking for second term, he thinks Obi Afonisha had forgotten that he was part of the ceremony of the first term. He said he want to turn sword again. And Obi said, Orekude Palace, make don't call deceive us. A second time, turning of sword. I know they do that one. They know they do New Yam Festival the same month, 2 times. That one, today, they didn't do it for 60 years.
They didn't do it for 16 years. I told you not to take him, don't pay too much attention than just for the comic relief part, okay? It's just like I said, your, great grandpa, very old man, senile, and then maybe for somebody like Kolu, somebody who has dementia and early stage of Parkinson, and on like that. So they have a lot to say, to the point that they will begin to hallucinate, and they will be incoherent and all that. And people who are handling him, they know that. That is why the moment he lost track, they quickly put in the music or the adjustor or help him to complete what he's trying to say. Or you see, the best time you can tell Thiefnubu is when he is in his element and is talking about what he remembered last. That to the point that he actually forgot that APC, Egbekegbe, led by Bokwari, has been in charge of Nigeria since 2015. Now, this is the part where Obio, Obasanjo, all of them collected stray bullets as the talking point at APC, Egbekegbe's campaign in Enugu. Listen to this.
Wait for 60 years. They chop for your money, abuse themselves.